26. Joseph responded, "It was she who tried to seduce me." And a witness from her own family testified, "If his shirt is torn from the front, then she has told the truth, and he is a liar." 27. But if it is turned from the back, then she has lied, and he is truthful. 28. So when her husband saw that Joseph's shirt was turned from the back, he said to her, "This must be an example of the cunning of you women. Indeed, your cunning is so shrewd." 29. O Joseph, forget about this, and O wife, seek forgiveness for your sin. It certainly has been your fault. 30. Some woman of the city gossiped, "The chief minister's wife is trying to seduce her slave boy. Love for him has plagued her heart. Indeed, we see that she is clearly mistaken." 31. When she heard about their gossip, she invited them and set a banquet for them. She gave each one knife and then said to Joseph, "Come out before them." When they saw him, they were so stunned by his beauty that they cut their hands and exclaimed, "Good God, this cannot be human. This must be a noble angel." 32. She said, "This is one of whose love you criticized me. I did try to seduce him, but he firmly refused. And if he does not do what I order him to, he will certainly be imprisoned and fully disgraced." 33. Joseph prayed, "My Lord, I would rather be in jail than to do what they invite me to. And if you do not turn their cunning away from me, I might yield to them and fall into ignorance." So his Lord responded, turning their cunning away from him, "Surely he is all-hearing, all-knowing." 35. And so it occurred to those in charge, despite seeing all the proofs of his innocence, that he should be imprisoned for a while. 36. And two other servants went to jail with Joseph. One of them said, "I dreamt I was pressing wine." The other said, "I dreamt I was carrying some bread on my head, from which birds were eating." Then both said, "Tell us their interpretation, for we surely see you as one of the good doers." 37. Joseph replied, "I can ever tell you what kind of meal you have served before you receive it. This knowledge is from what my Lord has taught me. I have shunned with faith of a people who disbelieve in Allah and deny the hereafter." 38. I follow the faith of my fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It is not right for us to associate anything with Allah in worship. This is part of Allah's grace upon us and humanity, but most people are not grateful. 39. O my fellow prisoners, which is far better than many different lords of Allah? The one, the Supreme. 40. Whatever idols you worship instead of Him are mere names which you and your forefathers have made up, a practice Allah has never authorized it. It is only Allah who decides. He commands that you worship none but Him. That is the upright faith. but most people do not know. 41. O my fellow prisoners, the first one of you will serve wine to his master, and the other will be crucified, and the birds will eat from his head. The matter is about which you inquired has been decided. 42. Then he said to one he knew would survive, mention me in the presence of your master, but Satan made him forget to mention Joseph to his master. So he remained in prison for several years. 43. One day the king said, I dreamt of 7 fat cows eaten up by 7 skinny ones. The 7 green ears of grain and 7 others dry. O chief, tell me the meaning of my dream, if you can interpret dreams. 44. They replied, they are confused visions, and we do not know the interpretation of such dreams. 45. Finally, the surviving ex-prisoner remembered Joseph after a long time and said, I will tell you its interpretation, so send me word to Joseph. 46. He said, Joseph, O man of truth, interpret for us the dream of 7 fat cows eaten up by 7 skinny ones, and 7 green ears of grain and 7 others dry, so that I may return to the people and let them know. 47. Joseph replied, will you plant grain for 7 consecutive years? You will plant grain for 7 consecutive years, living in the year whatever you will harvest, except for a little you will eat. 48. Then after that will come 7 years of great hardship, which will consume whatever you have saved, except the little you will store for the seed. 49. Then after that will come a year in which people will receive abundant rain, and they will press oil and wine. 50. The king then said, bring him to me. When the messenger came to him, Joseph said, go back to your master and ask him about the case of a woman who cut her hands. Surely my Lord has full knowledge of their cunning.